So if you started riding, if you pulled your bike out in March, there's sand all over the road, sand and oil. Stupid. Don't do that. Right now. I was coming up to a light off a hill and I'm like, oh, I don't think the bike's slowing down. I think I'm going to. And I just surfed the bike right across the street and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious.
I don't got this.
No.
I don't got it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
it was done, man. I just totaled that sucker. I didn't total it. I just scraped the whole side of it and dented it. It was brutal. It was expensive. Welcome to the Utah Business Spotlight. I'm your host, Peter Anthony, and I am super ready to rock and roll, man. You know I love adventure. You know I love things that go fast. You know I like things that go high. You know I love rallies. You know I love promoting the heck out of my friends. I'm here with Kenneth Buongiorno, and man, Kenneth, welcome, man. Baby, we saw you last night. You're pumping this up. Tell us a little about it. What do we got going on here today, and why should Utah care?
Oh, Utah should care because the Hotdoggin brand's here to curate events for the community and bring people together so everyone can be involved. We're not just highlighting, big brands, big sponsors, or professional riders, which we respect, but we are here to bring an event to the community that everyone can be involved with, and we're bringing a full-on motorcycle rally experience up to Ogden this July 17th, 18th, and 19th.
And so how can people get tickets?
You can get tickets at our website at hot-doggin.com and also follow us on Hotdoggin Events for the rally. And it's a 3-day experience with a flat tracking on Friday night to kick off the event. Then Saturday is going to be one of our main days with hot rod and motorcycle dirt drag racing. And when we say hot rods, we say those period correct vintage machines that are just beautiful, iconic.
What day is that?
That is Saturday at 4 p.m. It kicks off.
Oh, we will absolutely be there for that. That is going to be fun. We love things that have four wheels as much as we love things that have two wheels. But now that I'm a little older, four wheels seems where my butt should be. But that's cool, man.
Hey, if it was meant to stay up, it would have four wheels. So
Right. I love it. I love the retro vibe that you guys are putting out there. I love. I know you have some partnership or collaborative stuff with a lot of the shops around here. So because at the last event we were at together, which was probably about 6 weeks ago, when we were hanging out outside, and I saw that bike. What was the name of it? You guys redid it. It was black.
That was the Harley Sportster.
Yes.
We've built into a off-road desert racer. Yes.
So cool.
Thank you.
Crazy cool. Everybody was staring at the bikes. Now, who's your partner in the builds?
So Austin with Salt City Builds
who's been a guest of the show.
Yep, awesome. He was on here at some point recently. He's been one of our main kind of engines to help us, help build the bikes and have a spot to be creative and build and, keep our machines running because that's a big part of racing and doing that.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
What got you into this, brother?
Just grew up in a mountain town or rolling hills of Northwest Jersey. And luckily grew up in a town where there's a lot of motorcycles and a little ski resort. And it was one of those neighborhoods.
In New Jersey?
In New Jersey, yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York. And
Nice.
I remember the first bike I rode was a little Honda CR70. Maybe it was I don't remember the call numbers. Little red Honda. It was in 1978. And we were just cruising around in the backwoods of Long Island, just trying to avoid trees.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a good time. I think it's such a memorable childhood experience to have that stuff around, and there really is something. I think mentally growth and I don't know, just there's a lot of understanding and knowledge that comes from and real world experience about being around motorcycles at a young age and growing into it. So it's something that's hooked me, and I feel with our brand, we want to continue that. What I got out of it, I want to continue that for the community and people to see, because we've had racers from little kids now to full on chasing their dream. And
so will this be a race?
So this will be a flat track race in the Rodeo Stadium on Friday night, which is a circle dirt track race. If you're not familiar with that, one of America's oldest sports, and we'll also be doing barrel racing and other fun rodeo games with that on Friday night. That we'll be riding everything from mini bikes to professionals to the Harley Davidsons you saw.
Wow.
And then one of our main sponsors is Harley Davidson. Intermountain. They'll be coming out with a bunch of go-karts and trikes for fun and family fun.
How much fun is that?
It's a really, really good time.
Thank you for bringing this to Utah.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Very, very cool.
Utah has been very welcoming for these fun ideas that we curate. So.
I love it. And you're doing this one in Ogden.
This one's Ogden. We've done, in the past, we've done a handful down here in Salt Lake City at the Utah State Fair Park. Great venue, great to work with them. We will continue. Ogden just has a little bit more room for us to bring the hot rods out because the course is bigger. We have more room and layout. So,
and that'll be cool. And will the hot rods be there on the 17th?
They'll be there on show for 17th. Saturday the 18th is when we bring the hot rods out to the 300-foot dirt drag, like old school 50s, greaser vibe, and we'll be racing 300 feet.
So much fun,
It's
man.
really cool. We got a lot of cool clips from last year, and we're excited, like I said, to bring the two events into one weekend. So,
And do you guys have music there?
of course. I mean, yeah,
And it's a loaded question, and it was easy for you to say yes to. That's why I'm the host.
You know that. That's our vibe. That's one of the big things we love doing is bringing entertainment and having that aspect in it for the family and kids and everyone to rock out to. So
That's going to be fun. What's your favorite thing about these rallies?
Oh, I need a second on that. There is so much. I guess the main reason what keeps me going on it is seeing the memories and the memories and like the core community groups come together and the friendships and bonds build from this. That's like the big background where the days when you want to give up doing your own business and it's very difficult running events on your own. Not saying I do have a team, but you know what I'm saying, like taking it all on, but really seeing it, curating the memories and experience from people and people thanking me. They've met their wives, girlfriends have met their boyfriends, their kids have grown up and became racers, and the friendships and the cores and the full community built out of it is probably one of the coolest deep down bones and what I want to see and where I want to go to other events as well. So
I love that. So you like the initial inspiration that has created a community for your life, and that you get to now participate and give back a little, it sounds like.
Yes, yeah. Coming together with motorcycle events and concerts and all that stuff. But again, I've been really heavy into moto and skiing, more of an adrenaline junkie. But just seeing what the old timers that brought me in at a young age to teach me the ropes about older motorcycles and how to build and learn. It's a lifelong thing to get good at it and successful. Not even business wise, just to learn these machines and operate them. And just how we got brought in the events, it's something I wanted to kind of keep that tradition going.
I love it, man. That's so cool. One of the things that I love about types of events that you do is there's a lot of different things to see, but there's something for everyone. So when I go there and I'm looking at those old school cars, I become very sentimental. When my son goes there, he becomes very inspired. Mm-hmm. So that multi-generational experience, it's one experience for me. It's a different experience for him. Mm-hmm. It's a different experience for his sisters. So I really love that your entire family can go, and it's something that gets embedded in their memory. It's just very, very cool. I remember when I saw my first drag race, or when I started getting on our dirt tracks growing up in the Northeast were in the woods. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, there's a
very scary, by the way. Right? Like you're giving your kid a motorcycle that does like 75 miles an hour and let him go in the woods with trees every 6 feet. Do you remember the first time that you just lost it on a bike?
As in not handling it well?
Well, as in like it not as being removed from it because of
my skill level not being there. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I do.
Tell us the story, man.
So growing up, luckily, again, we grew up in the countryside of Northwest Jersey, and there's a lot of these like areas that weren't developed yet and still aren't because they got like farm preservation spots and so these pits you would go to, open riding areas and fields and woods that you're familiar with too. And I remember they just had these mounds of dirt, and I was on this little PW80, and I probably recall probably 6, 7, something like that. I would get it. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, the PW80, and we're up there. I remember going over one of the mounds just like too fast and not learning my speed control yet, and just coming over and just landing and bending the bars and falling off the bike and all that stuff. But that moment, taught me to judge your obstacles a little better with your speed. So
At that moment, I said, just ouch.
yeah,
It
yeah. But when you're that
brutal.
young, you just bounce.
You
You
just
know,
bounce right back on. I remember I was driving in the woods and I just let go of the bike, and I was just and I literally sort of jumped off it. And it was the second time it would be the first of 2 times I jumped off a bike. And then the bike just kept going and totaled itself into the tree.
Yeah,
And I'm like standing, the momentum took me right to the tree almost, right? And I'm just like standing there looking at the tree, looking at the bike, thinking, oh my gosh, if I hadn't bailed. And it's not if I hadn't bailed, it was probably like if I would have just known how to ride, right? Because I was just terrible.
Well, bailing is actually a key thing to learn how to ride. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to let go of the machine. And
You just have to let go. I was telling my kids that the other day when I had a CB 1100F was in the early 80s, and I had to just put it down because I hit some sand. Because in the Northeast, all of the snow plows and sand trucks.
oh,
So
yeah.
if you started riding, if you pulled your bike out in March, there's sand all over the road, sand and oil. Stupid! Don't do that. Right now, I was coming up to a light off a hill, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't think the bike's slowing down.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna." And I just surfed the bike right across the street, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness gracious!"
I don't got this.
No.
I don't got it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
it was done, man. I just totaled that sucker. I didn't total it. I just scraped the whole side of it and dented it. It was brutal. It was expensive. When you look at it now, what do you see for the future of this sport and these types of events? What's your
I
your
see
goal?
for the future, and we already at the moment are doing too in Salt Lake. We do an indoor concert and show just to display bikes in the winter. We did that at the complex in March. That was a beautiful experience. In the racing, this is our second event this year for 2026. Our goal is to do a handful of these a year, and just keeping. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna need a minute here. Curating a good time and keeping, I guess, our local customers and brands to be like highlighted so they can come out and
So keep it a community.
keep the community
event
alive, but
that
keep
helps the community prosper.
yeah, and 100%. Because I mean, I've seen so many companies grow right in front of my eyes over the years of doing this. Because I've been doing motorsport events for 15 years,
Oh wow!
and getting the people involved and really seeing the kids in the sport kind of grow and stay hooked on it. Because it's something hard to get into until you're exposed to it. Also,
Yeah,
so
and then it's something that stays with you for life.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really does. Like I said, the
And
learning lessons
the
from
community.
it.
You know, like we were talking last night, and I skateboard, so I was like, oh man, and there's a seniors club, and I'm like, I'm in,
Yeah.
right, and you could just tell stories
Yeah,
about it.
I think on that note too, like it's a lot of people think of like they look at events going, oh, it's an event, I got to pay and do that. But when you really cancel out the idea of that's a ticket sale, when really we're trying to sell an experience, and that's like every event producer's goal. And really, and once we get people to the door and they see that outcome and that we keep this flowing a couple times a year, and it's a gathering.
Tell us again, how do we get tickets?
You can get tickets at hot-doggin.com.
Hot-dogging.com.
Yep, boom.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
There
With
we
a little
go.
dash between hot dogging. I love it. And here's what I'm going to say. If you want to be part of a community, I know that there's opportunities to put up tents, to have sponsorships, to integrate, and they probably have really cool packages. But, just get your tent out there, get your family out there, show up, buy tickets, support the community. That's what the Utah Business Spotlight is all about. It's about supporting our local Utah community and bringing the best of the best to the spotlight. Kenneth's one of those guys. Hotdoggin is one of those people. What's your advice to young entrepreneurs? If you tell them one thing, what would you leave them with?
I would just, if you really are passionate about it, it's again, the motor world is a pretty wild one because it takes a lot of knowledge, but it comes in time, and it really is a grind, I feel. But you really got to stick to your guns, stay motivated, stay happy. And if I can look back and give better advice to it, is like stay healthy, really, if you want to succeed. And that's like going mentally, and mostly mentally, because it's a challenge if you really want to make that work, because you get pulled in many directions in this world for just simple going out too much or, overindulging or chasing what other people are building or what they're succeeding in their business. So I would say really do your best to stay healthy, have fun. It's a balance, and
have fun, stay healthy, and endure the grind.
Yeah, and it becomes a little easier as time goes on. So
I love it, man. Well, guys, this is the Utah Business Spotlight. I'm Peter Anthony. I need you guys, I'm going to put up a big one right here because here's where I need you to be in July. I need you to be at this event. It's July 17th, 18th, and 19th. It is in Ogden. Tickets are easy to find, hot-doggin.com. Go get them. Bring your family, bring your friends, but most of all, tell other businesses that this is going to be a great place to create exposure. We're looking forward to it. I'll see you there.
Nice.
Man, we love you. This is Utah Business Spotlight, baby. This is my boy, Kenneth, and this is Hotdoggin.